Many women have told me that I seem narcissistic, like I'm a narcissistic personality. And not only, many people think it's a bad thing. Narcissistic, comes from the Greek god Narcissus. Narcissus was a Greek god that he loved himself a lot. So are men narcissistic? Because the women that say that men are narcissistic are possibly man-hating radical feminists that think that men should not love themselves, that men should just worship women. But the point is not worshipping women. The point is actually adoring the female and adoring the male. So we have to unite them to create what we create, to create babies, essentially. Civilization. The point is not nobody should worship anyone. We should just accepting the yin and the yang, fucking a lot and making babies. This is the point. This is the point. So men should be more narcissistic than women because man's life is harder, it's more difficult. This is why we have more musculature actually. Scientifically, why men have more muscles, because they compete endlessly with other men for territory, for food, for sexual competition, for sexual natural selection. So because when we compete with other men, it is totally normal to have some narcissism. It's completely normal because we're in continuous competition for our lives, for our survival, with other men for territory, for sexual selection, for food, for any kind of thing. So, yes, men should be more narcissistic. Should be. Because if they're not, they will not survive. It's natural selection, it's natural phenomenon, it's totally normal. Unfortunately, the male gene is like that, and if we are not like that, because many radical man-hating feminists, because I say radical man-hating because there are some feminists that the communist feminists, which I tend to sympathize more with them because it's actually men and women should be united against the capitalism, which is actually the social problem. Capitalism is the big fuck, the big problem. So when we are united, men and women, then we can create babies when we love each other, okay? The nature of woman is to protect. The nature of man is to invent, is to hunt, to compete with other men, to try to catch something, to catch a fish or something, you know. Man is a hunter. Man is a hunter and he fights continuously for his survival, for his food, for his territory, for sexual selection. Those things, modern man-hating radical feminists, they just tend to not understand, and they just reproduce like parrots, you know, like they mimicry what the system, which actually radical man-hating feminists and capitalism, they're united, you know, against the people. So that's why we have low fertility rates, because men should be feminine, female. Women protect. That's why women cannot be inventors, because they protect. When they have a baby, for example, they're pregnant, they protect the baby. They have different purpose. Man is the hunter, is the inventor, because men have imaginations. Air, fire is the hunting nature of man. Earth is the female. Water is female. So if you could take the four elements, yin and yang, yin is the masculine, yang is the feminine, then we can actually interconnect them. They should love each other, not compete. And this is what modern world wants with radical man-hating feminism. Is women hate men, and men hate women, and we have low fertility rates. I cannot say that all feminists hate men, but I can say for sure that the radical man-hating lesbo-feminists, especially those the radical ones, they certainly hate men. So they are responsible for low fertility rates, also them, but the most important factor of low fertility rates is the capitalism, which actually helps the radical man-hating feminists hate more men. So the capital cooperates with the radical man-hating feminists, so they make men and women apart, so we have low fertility rates, so men hate women and women hate men, and society is fucked up. Women should love men and men should love women, pretty much.